In this video tutorial, we are going to begin the process. Now that you've created a PayPal account, now that you understand the basics, we're going to go ahead and finish the series off with teaching you how to create buttons or email links or a host of other things for your merchant services website. With that said, the first thing that we want to do is we want to go here to Merchant Services. We'll click on Merchant Services, and what you will be faced with is a host of services that you can use here. You already went through sending invoices, briefly talked about mobile and some other things. However, what we are going to focus on now is creating payment buttons for your website. And this is a almost brand new PayPal account for us. So with that, we're going to go ahead, we'll click on Create Buttons. And right here, it will give you an overview of this feature. Option 2, using shopping cart. Option 3, which is set up custom integration. And we actually teach this in our membership websites series. With that said, we want to go here and create a button. So once we click on create a button, this is what you will be faced with. So once we go down, the first decision you will have to make is whether to use a buy now button. We'll go ahead and drop this menu down. You could choose a shopping cart, and if you choose a shopping cart, this just simply means you can add multiple items, but we'll get there. So the first thing we want to do is just create quick buy now buttons. So once we click buy now, we will understand that this is a one-click purchase option, and it shows here. So you want to name the item some name. It could be a name, an SKU, product number, whatever that is. So for these purposes, what we will call this is, we'll say test. We'll call this test buy now button. The next thing is an item ID, and this is a great place to put in SKU at, and we'll use something from our past. So we'll say YouTube train, or whatever that is. It could be alphanumeric, it could just be characters, or whatever it is. The next thing you will have to decide is on the price. So for these purposes, we'll just put $19.99. Right here, you have the currency. So whatever the currency is, you could go down here. Now, the great news about PayPal, and we'll stick with US dollars, is that they will actually transition dollars to euros, euros to dollars, pesos, whatever that is. And as you could see here, we'll go ahead and click on need more pricing, and you could just click here to add other prices. So once we get down here, you will have to decide how much customization you want to do on the button, whether it's add a drop down menu for a price option, add drop down menu, add text field, but that could all be covered in your shopping cart feature. So once we head on down, the next thing we will have to decide, is there a shipping amount? Now, we will get down to when we talk about customize an advanced feature and track inventory loss in the next video tutorial. So if there is physical shipping involved, you are absolutely going to have to determine what that amount is. However, since our product is e-delivery or instant electronic delivery, we don't charge any sort of shipping amount. And again, you can always hover over help buttons, example buttons, example, and it gives you customized text features. So once you clear here, you could say display credit card logos. You could just say a smaller icon or what have you. And also you can select your button text here, which could be, and just watch here, it could be buy now, or it could be pay now. But we stick with buy now, or you could actually use your own button and your own customized button. But we'll, just for basic features, we'll go ahead and stick with the PayPal offering. So we'll go ahead and we'll close that out. Tax rate, you're going to have to determine what the sales tax rate is, because wherever you are, certainly in the United States, there, unless you're in an unincorporated county or something like this, there's going to be some form of tax rate. And there's two ways that you can actually build your taxes out. You can put it in your total price, you put it in as a total price, or you could use a tax rate, however you want to do that. You could use a secure merchant ID or your PayPal. We recommend a secure merchant ID. So when we come back, we'll get into tracking inventory, profit loss, and this is just an optional feature, and then we will move on down. Stay with us.